Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have many different types of salt. Many different types of salt. 100% salt per gram. Very bad for you. Lots of different types of salt. That's what we're talking about today. Dishwasher salt. Salt for putting on pavements or roads to stop us slipping all over the place. Or on this lovely summery day, salt for chips. Most people know that Jesus talked about Christians being the salt of the earth. Now, when he was saying that, it wasn't about the kind of salt we've just been looking at. It was much nastier. It was much more to do with one of these things. Well, not really these things, because in those days they didn't have one of them. Just outside each of their houses, they'd have had a little heap. So they had to do something to deal with their poo. They bought in salt, gritty salt with a caustic ingredient. And the youngest child in the house, they had the job of taking a spoonful of it or a shovelful of it each day, spreading it over the poo that had been laid the night before. And that stuff really is very similar, if you like, to one of these things here. So Jesus said, be the Harpic of the earth. The problem with the salt is that if it got wet, it washed out the caustic ingredients and then it was no use for the dung heap. Are we saying that some Christians are wet? Maybe. So what we actually need to do with this, if it's to be any use, is not to leave it in its pot, but to stick it in the loo. As long as Christians are in there, up under the rim, then the world will become a better place. What we need is some good old marigolds. Or in Jesus' case, he might not even put his rubber gloves on. He'd have just got in, down and dirty. When Jesus talked about salt, he was not talking about a nice little flavour here or a nice little flavour there. He was talking about getting down and dirty. Christians need to get right in to the muck of this world and make a difference. Quite a lot of Christians seem to think that Christianity is about being nice. Well, let me assure you that in this place today, there's nothing nice. But hopefully by the time it's done its business, a lot cleaner.